Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their posts.
And with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakabadash. We're going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings and salutations to the Aquas, and that speckled bird that is listening and learning. Okay, now contrary to popular belief, the nations that were formed here on the earth in the beginning, okay, the sons of the Most High, Yahweh, okay, which would be the Edomites, starting with Adam, who was Yahweh Shai, all right, the sons of the wicked, okay, who was the serpent that deceived the woman in the garden, okay, and the sons of men, which were the other nations that were here. And when you read the scriptures and talks about the trees in Genesis, this was the other nations and their philosophies. Okay? Want to read that for me again now?
Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
They declared their pedigree by the house of their fathers. Okay? Not by the house of their mothers, by the house of their fathers. So you are what your father was. Okay? So my father came out of a so-called Negro. His father came out of a so-called Negro. And his father, my great-grandfather, whose name was Abraham, no pun intended, was a so-called Negro, and his family members were slaves. Okay? I know that for a fact. So by the house of their fathers, I am from the house of Judah. Okay? So that's how we do that. We don't do it by the house of our mother. Our mother is an incubator. Okay? She does not carry the seed. The man carries the seed. Okay? You got any more on that out?
By the house of the fathers according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their posts.
That's it. Okay? By the house of their fathers, man. Grab Genesis 3, 14, and read to 15.
Genesis 3 and 14. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon the belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Verse 15, and I will put enmity.
Enmity, which is hatred, extreme hatred. Go ahead.
Between thee and the woman.
Between thy seed. Read that again.
Genesis 3 and 15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
You see that? Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, Salakia. You must be what is that KJV or is that a different? Yeah, because mine says between thy seed and the woman's seed. That's the only reason why I said that.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them around here.
But just, just go ahead and read what you need to read. You know what I mean? Yeah, just read what you need to read. Salakia, go ahead. It just sounds different. That's the only reason why I said that. Go ahead.
Genesis 3 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Now we're going to go back to where it says thy seed. Okay? When it talks about the house of thy fathers, it's talking about the seed of the wicked. Okay? And the seed of the righteous, which I just got done explaining, where the seed of the wicked, which today would be the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, and the seed of the righteous which would be talking about the woman, all right, which is that they're only using that to describe the children of Israel because the children of Israel, mainly the elect of Israel, the 144,000 and the one third, is akin to a woman to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the woman would be the children of Israel today, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay, so now enmity between thy seed and her seed. You see, and it's not talking about her having a seed, man. So get that dumbass shit out your head. It's talking about the children of Israel. I explained that you are what your father is. So these two still have that hatred between each other. Okay? Go ahead and read, bro.
Verse 16.
Um, go ahead, brother. Yeah.
Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception.
Mm-hmm.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Greatly multiply thy sorrows. And how did he do that? By bringing her pain, man. You don't see any other animal going crazy, screaming and hollering when they're having birth, except for the so-called woman. Okay? That human woman. That's the only one. I've never seen an animal on video that was having birth, screaming and howling, or making all kind of ungodly noises. Okay? And your desire is going to be towards your husband, man. You see? Genesis 4, read 5 to 9. Now we're going to jump to 12 to 15. Hey, how you doing, sis?
Genesis 4 and 5. But unto Cain and to his offspring he had no respect. Salam.
That's right.
But,
Yeah, you got it.
but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Let's go back to where he said that his Cain and his offering. Why was Cain's offering not be respected by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai? It wasn't respected by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai because he was going off. He gave an offering of the earth, man, of grains and wheat and different things of that nature. You were supposed to give a meat offering, okay? So this is the first time that the seed of the wicked actually started going off. And they started doing things that are contrary to what they were supposed to be doing, okay? So go ahead, brother.
If thou dost well, shalt thou not be accepted?
If thou does well, that's talking about he was doing things contrary to what he was expected to do. Okay? He gave an offering that wasn't what was supposed to be given. Go ahead, brother.
And if thou dost not well, sin lieth at the door.
If you don't do well, then sin lieth at the door. That means you're going to continue to go off, and you're going to get worse and worse. Go ahead, brother.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Mm-hmm.
And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him.
The enmity between the seed of the wicked and the seed of the righteous. Okay? Cain slew his brother Abel. All right, we're going to get into some other stuff where another brother, that same spirit coming back, all right? That same spirit that came back. You got to understand, this is a seed line thing. This enmity, this hatred, okay, this jealousy. It started in the garden, man. That's why, and he picked the weakest vessel, which was the woman, to deceive. Okay? Because he was jealous of what the children of the Most High had. Okay? Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Right. So he basically killed his brother and lied to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. The first murderer, okay? First off, he deceived okay, the Most High's chosen, which were the Edomites, through the woman. Okay. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? He deceived the chosen ones of the Most High by lying to the woman, tricking the woman, okay, giving her his philosophy. Then he became the first murderer. That seed line became the first murderer. The seed line that became the first liar. Okay, let's continue. You got some more?
Jumping down, Genesis 4 and 12.
Yep.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
And why do you think that these farmers, man, you know, they don't let the land rest? Okay, and another reason why they got that curse was because because of the Salakia, because of the offering of Cain. Okay, all right, they weren't going to be able to be successful in farming. Okay, go ahead, Salakia for that.
A fugitive. Let me read that over.
Yeah, read it again, bro.
Genesis 4 and 12. When thou tillest thy ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Right.
A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth.
A fugitive and a vagabond. What is a fugitive? Somebody that's on the run from justice. Okay? I know we brought that up a couple times out here. When you find a fugitive, a lot of times they lash out. Okay? So the nation of Edom knows that right now that their days running are just about over. All right? Because they've been found out. We know who they are. So what are their next move? To lash out. Okay? And we can't wait. And we know that, and you know that you're a vagabond because you're in every nation. You know? You're down in South America. What do they call them? Hasidic Jews. You know? Down there speaking Latin. You know, and the languages down there, but you're really Edomites. You know? You're in Saudi Arabia, speaking Arabic. We know you're the Ottoman Turks. You understand? You see, we know a lot more than you fucking people think we do. All right, it don't come out on camera because that's not what the spirit wants to be brought out. But we know that you're a fugitive, man. You're a vagabond, moving from nation to nation, taking the people down and putting your own selves in there and calling yourselves by that nation's name. You do it all the fucking time. You're over in Israel right now calling yourself the children of God. You know, which is a goddamn lie. You know, the scriptures say that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Okay? And a bastard is a fatherless child. You don't have the Most High. We do. You see? You got some more?
Verse 13. And Cain said unto Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
The Most High gave his ass a punishment, and he, just like Esau, cried. He sought his blessing with tears. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from the face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me.
And why did he say that? Because the Most High put he took his melanin away from him. Okay? He still had the features of a so-called black man, but he was an albino. So what do you think a whole bunch of people with melanin, very dark-skinned people, are going to do to somebody that looks like that? They're going to be scared of him. And they're going to kill him. You know? Go ahead and continue reading, brother.
And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
And why do you think that when you kill a so-called white person, if a Negro kills a so-called white person, what do you think, especially if it's a police officer? I mean, half the goddamn country's looking for your ass, man. And they can't, hey, man, look, you kill a white person, boy, your ass, I mean, they come after you when you kill a Negro or Puerto Rican, but if you kill some goddamn white person, man, that's like it says, man. Vengeance shall be held upon that person 7 times, sevenfold, man.
Especially at the time of slavery.
Hell yeah.
They was making examples out of Jay.
Yeah, what was his name? The boy with the Bible, Nat Turner. Yeah, they fucked him up. I'm sure there's still Edomites with jars with skin and ears and shit over their things. With that man. Yeah, they still got him in formaldehyde, man. You know, body parts. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You got anyone on that?
Genesis 4 and 15. And Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, said unto him, therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
See, he set that mark upon him. Okay, verse 24. Genesis 4:24.
Genesis 4:24. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son and called his name Seth.
Mm-hmm.
For Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, said, she have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. They began men to call upon the name of Yahweh.
You see, that's a seed line.
Yeah.
There's a seed line. When you talk about that, I got a little list here. Okay. Out of those men came Noah, Shem, Eber, Peleg, Terah, Abram, who is Abraham, the father of many nations, Isaac, okay, and Jacob, the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's the seed line that we're talking about. Okay? You see? That's the seed line that was chosen by the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right? You want to get Genesis 9 and 9? I got a couple more in Genesis.
Genesis 9 and 9. And it reads, and I, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you, from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of flood. Neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, said, this is the token of the covenant, which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for a perpetual generation.
And that was talking about Noah. Okay? He was talking to Noah, man. You see what I'm saying?
Like 3 times.
Let her go ahead and take
there
pictures.
There is something going on, like everybody dressing up in costumes.
Yeah, it's cosplay or some shit. Because I seen something on Facebook. Yeah, we been getting visited by birds. There was one right there a minute ago. You got any more on that?
Nope.
Go to 12 and 7, Genesis 12 and 7. But that was talking about Noah, okay? The Most High was talking to Noah and telling him, you know, I'm making a covenant with you and your seed, man. Okay? And he chose a particular seed, and I just got done reading the list. You can listen to it again if you have to. I'm not going to do it again. Go ahead, brother.
And Yahweh, Genesis 12 and 7. And Yahweh appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give this land.
Okay.
And there build it and
we here. I was over here stuttering a moment.
Genesis 12:7. And Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai appeared unto Abram and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto Yahweh who appeared unto him. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Hai on the east. And there he built an altar unto Yahweh and called upon the name of Yahweh.
See, this is Abraham, man. Okay, this seed line always was following Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay, this man was a good, and it's funny because I was listening to all this Yashawamba from the Texas camp yesterday while I was driving, and he started talking about if you had a best friend, and Yahweh had a best friend whose name was Abraham. But if you had a best friend and that friend, said, something was going to happen to you. Look, I'm getting ready to pass away. Can you please take care of my kids? And, regardless of how bad they are, you know what I mean? And your best friend, the Most High, says, yeah, I'll take care of your kids. I'm going to take care of your kids no matter how bad they go off, no matter what they do. And something happens to you, you pass away. And this best friend, basically takes on the responsibility that you have for your children. And no matter how bad they go off, he still loved them and he still took care of them. Okay? This is the relationship that was between Abraham and the Most High, Yahweh. Okay? So when he said that he promised Abraham that he was going to take care of his seed, he meant that shit. You see? Go ahead, bro. That was it? Go to Genesis 13 and 15. Because Abraham, he loved the Most High, man. Go ahead, bro.
Genesis 13 and 15.
Yeah.
For all the land which thou seest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed forever.
To thy seed forever. Go ahead, bro.
And I will make thy seed as the dust of the earth.
That's right.
So that if a man can number the dust of the earth, then shall thy seed also be numbered. Arise, walk through the land in the land of it, and the bread of it, for I will give it unto thee.
Mm-hmm.
Then Abram removed his tent and came and dwelt in the plain of Mamre, if I'm saying that right, which is the Hebron, and built there an altar unto Yahweh.
All right, go to Luke 1 and 55. I'm going to go back to Genesis after that. We got that's what it is over there. Yeah. You'll see a couple grown men coming down this motherfucker with dog baby outfits on.
Luke 1 and 55. As he spake to our fathers, to Abraham, and to his seed forever. And Mary abode with her about 3 months, and returned to her own house.
Oh, was it? Luke 1 and 55?
I mean, it makes sense.
If you got some more? Okay, don't worry about that then. You got the nerve to look at us like we fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? So, go to Genesis 12, 1 and 2, bro. You know what I mean? You got the nerve. Like,
what is that, Luke 12, 1 and 2? Or Genesis?
No, Genesis 12, 1 and 2. Got the nerve to look at us like we weird. Got a fucking gorilla fucking suit on.
He was in his natural habitat outfit.
Yes, sir. Fucking Esau, that cave shit.
Man of the beast.
Got a fucking bear skin around his waist.
Genesis 12:1. Now Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will take of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
I will take from thee a great nation, which was the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? Abraham had Isaac, Isaac had Jacob, and Jacob became Israel, who was the progenitor of the 12 tribes. Okay? That's the great nation that he was talking about. All right?
And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed.
I will bless them that bless thee. And this is that bullshit when you see the United States having the back of those people over there calling themselves Jewish and sending them billions of dollars. They think they're blessing the real Israelites, man. Okay? That's contrary to popular. That's contrary. That's contrary to the scriptures, man. You know, cause there ain't no blessing. The blessing that they're giving them ain't helping them worth shit. You know, them people are still getting. They're getting bombed. Got suicide bombers over there running up in fucking crowds. You know, there's still a lot of stuff going on over in that land, man, which shouldn't be happening. If the Israelites were over there in that land, that shit wouldn't be happening. The Pink City, Tel Aviv. You know? The Most High ain't trying to hear that shit.
They actually got to take trees from over here to bring them over there.
Hell yeah.
That don't even make sense. You know, nothing's growing over there.
Nothing. You know, they got to import all of their goddamn foliage, man. That shit is crazy. You know? That's not the way it's supposed to be, man. You know? You got any more on that, Art? Go ahead and grab Genesis 15:12 to 14. You know, they you know, these people can think that this thing is going to continue, man. They're them going over there doing the shit that they're doing, man. But this is getting ready to come to a complete halt, man. You know, very fast. You know, I was talking to my son-in-law yesterday, not to ramble, you know, but he knows that something's getting ready to happen, man. He knows something's getting ready to happen, man. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Genesis 15:12. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land.
Thy seed shall be a stranger in a land. Who is the stranger in America? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Go ahead.
That is not theirs. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
Now, see, we're talking about the Egyptian captivity. This ain't talking about the American captivity, right. But it's also, we are in America being afflicted. Okay, don't get it twisted. Now, this prophecy was talked about before, a couple years ago was brought up, and people were saying that the 400 years were over in 2019? Yeah, they said the 400 years was up, but that's not talking about this captivity. That's talking about in Egypt.
Right.
Okay? Now, you got to understand, we weren't actually in a captivity until at the end of that 400 years, okay? Because I believe Moses, Salakia. Moses, when they left Egypt, he was around 40 years old, okay? Now, when they started afflicting the Israelites, it probably was a few years before Noah was born where they really started putting them in captivity because they saw them growing. Okay? I don't want to get into the timelines and all that. That's a little difficult to do when you're just standing out here and can't remember all of that stuff. I really had to do some research on it. But that 400 years was when we were in Egypt. Okay? All right? Go ahead, bro.
Genesis 15 and 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge.
Mm-hmm.
And afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
And what happened to the Egyptians? They had plagues fall upon them. Okay? After they were told, let my people go. Okay? Let the Israelites go. And the Pharaoh was his heart was hardened. And he kept them in bondage, man. And he didn't want to let them go until finally a lot of people died in Egypt. And he was just, and I believe the story was that one of his children died, his firstborn. Okay? And he let the children of Israel go. But then he got angry and started chasing after them. But they were destroyed, man. You know? So now when you understand that the Most High said that he's going to bless them that bless thee, knowing that we're in another captivity here in America, because you can read that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, okay? 28:68. We're going to go again into Egypt. And Egypt is Egyptos, which is a Greek word, which means bondage or slavery. We're going to go in slavery again in slave ships, man. Okay? So now that we're back in Egypt again, and these people refuse to let us go and tell us who we are and give us what they're supposed to give us, you know, which wouldn't change a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Because one of the brothers said you can give brothers $100 million motherfucking dollars on a credit card. That's not going to change anything. Okay? We're still going to be in an oppressive land. If we got, all of us got money and we're riding around in Lamborghini, these goddamn Edomite cops would be so fucking mad they'd be pulling us over, finding reasons to shoot us down anyway. You see? So that ain't going to change nothing. You know? So what I want motherfucking slaves and a kingdom ruled by a righteous king. Okay? I want authority under that king. And you can't give that shit to me, Esau. Only one person can do that. All right? Those that are in agreement. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. All right? You got any more on that? Go to Genesis 25, read 19 to 34.
Genesis 25 and 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian,
The Syrian.
the Syrian of Padanaram, the sister Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
The children struggled together within her. We're talking about Jacob and Esau. Okay? That enmity. Now we got to go back to the beginning, man, because it said the seed of the wicked and the seed of the righteous were going to have enmity, that hatred. Okay? And when you're talking about a seed line, you're talking about a spirit, man. Okay? And that's why these two were fighting like hell in the womb, because they knew that they were contrary to each other. Go ahead, Al.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. There were 2 contrary spirits in her womb. Go ahead, Al.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bells. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
The one people shall be stronger than other people. That's plain to see here in the sports world and all the other worlds. Go ahead,
and the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder. Esau is going to come out first, and he's going to be the elder. Go ahead,
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there was twins in her womb.
Mm-hmm.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Oh, Esau. Go ahead.
And they called his name Esau.
Wasted away is he. Ashashawan. Go ahead.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
That symbolizes what's going to take place here soon. As soon as this hyperinflation takes place, you know, the 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that can't afford shit out here are going to start acting the fuck up. Go ahead,
And his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field.
And we know who that is today. Go ahead.
And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
And we know who that is. Yeah, the so-called Negroes and Latinos like to sit in the house and smoke their fucking weed and drink their beer and their yayan. Go ahead, brother.
And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison.
And who loves venison in America? Who loves venison in this world? Who's a cunning hunter? Okay. And we're not only talking about going out in the woods with a rifle. We're talking about his laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay. That's they hunting by using their laws, man. You know. Yeah. That's a trap, man. That's a snare. They put snares out here to trap you people's asses up. You know? You see? You got to think about that shit, man. It's not just out in the woods a snare, but the laws and the shit that they are proposing, these mandates, these are all snares, man. They're traps. That's a hunter. That's a cunning hunter. Go ahead, brother. Shit. You don't know?
But Rebekah loved Jacob, and Jacob side pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Edom, okay? All right, listen, when a man can, this is why we tell brothers to fast, you know? This is why we fast. Because if you don't fast, this is the type of thing that's going to happen to you. When you're offered, you know, when this thing gets bad, when this hyperinflation takes place, let me explain something to you. The hyperinflation is going to take place. They're going to have food, but they're going to have conditions for you to get the food. Okay? All right? So what you need to do is you need to fast now so that your body gets used to going a day, 24 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever, 48 hours without food. You know what I'm saying? And once your body gets used to that, once this thing starts taking place, you're going to be able to go without food for a day, you know, or two. You know, on the second day, if you're used to fasting one day, on the second day, you might start feeling it. You know, you're definitely going to feel it on the third, but you're not going to be out here running around trying to kick a door in, you know, to eat and lose your life. You know, you're going to have faith that the Most High is going to make sure you get something to eat, man. You know, that's why this word and being in the truth is important, along with doing the things that are necessary. Fasting. Okay? You see? Told you. Let's go. You got any more on that out?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And just to add on what you were saying, that's that knowledge and wisdom.
Yep.
You know what I mean? By fasting.
That's right.
You know, and that should be the stability of our times. You know?
That's a big portion, man. Mm-hmm. The knowledge and wisdom in these scriptures, man.
Yep.
You know? That's real. That's real shit.
Reading on, Genesis 25 and 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
Right.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
See, hunger is a great motivator, man. You know? So when people get hungry, what do? They do anything, man. Everything that's necessary, man, to get a piece of goddamn bread and cheese in their stomach. Okay? So that's what's going to happen to a lot of our people. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are going to be the ones that are going to be affected first. They ain't putting cans of beans and rice in the fuck underneath their fucking bed right now. The white Esau is, you know, they stocking up, man. You know, you so-called Negroes, you're gonna be the first ones in line to go get that fucking chip because Esau knows that that's the way he's gonna get you. You see, that's that trap, man. That cunning hunter, and he knows that that's what his forefather did. So he knows it's easy. It's an easy thing to get a motherfucker to do something they don't want to do if they're hungry. Go ahead, brother.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
And Jacob said, "Swear to me this day." And he sware unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way.
Go ahead, bro.
Thus Esau despised his birthright.
He despised his birthright for some red-ass, uncooked meat. Okay? Red, uncooked meat. Despised his birthright. That was it. Grab 27, Genesis 27, 34. Then jump to 37 to 41. If you see anything in between 34 and 37, go ahead and read it.
Genesis 27 and 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry. Mm-hmm.
He sought it with tears, man. Okay, go ahead, bro.
And he said unto his father, "Bless me, even me also, O my father." And he said, "Thy brother came with subtlety and had taken away thy blessing."
Right.
And he said, "Is not he rightly named Jacob?"
Jacob, which means Jaquab, supplanter. Okay, that's why he said he came subtly and took away Esau's birthright. Go ahead, huh?
For he has supplanted me these two times. He took away my birthright.
He supplanted him when he gave him the raw meat, but he didn't really supplant him. Esau begged him for the meat. He didn't care if it was undone. Go ahead, huh?
And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me?" Genesis 27 and 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, "Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?" And Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
And wept. Go ahead.
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and the dew of the heaven from above."
The fatness of the earth. Who controls all the resources? The nation of Edom. What did I say earlier? They plant themselves in every nation, call themselves by that nation, and take control of the resources. And if they aren't in that nation, they'll put a puppet in there, somebody that works for them, so that they can take control of the natural resources. Okay? Go ahead.
Genesis 27 and 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off the neck.
That's when he talks about by thy sword thou shalt live. How did they take these nations? By their military. Okay? And when did they break that yoke off of their neck? Well, when they became the Greeks, the Romans, after Rome fell, they were in a pit for 1,000 years. Talks about that in the book of Revelation. Then they came back during the Renaissance. Okay? Renaissance meaning rebirth. All right? Because we were in control of Europe for 1,000 years. So they did it again. And now they're getting ready to fall again. Go ahead, all right.
And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Yeah.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
After my dad, after Abraham, after Salakia, after Isaac dies, I'm gonna kill my brother Jacob. Okay. And Esau wanted to kill Jacob so goddamn bad that Jacob had to run and hide. You know?
Making it, just to add on,
Right,
making
man.
it full circle what you was talking about from the time of Cain and Abel.
Yep.
You know, all over again,
Yeah.
that enmity.
Yep. He wanted to kill his brother because he was angry about the blessing. You know what I'm saying? You know? You know, it goes back to the garden. Getting kicked out of the garden.
Yeah.
You know? Cain getting kicked out. You see? Yeah, Esau, he lost his birthright because he did some dumb shit. Then he wanted to kill his brother. It's all the same thing. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was it. Did you get 37 and 41?
Genesis 25.
Yeah, 27. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, you got that?
Yep.
Oh,
Read it
okay.
again.
No. Go ahead to Genesis 36. 36. 36 is gray hair with a motherfucking big ass. Man.
Genesis, Salakia.
Go ahead,
Genesis
brother.
what?
Genesis 36 and 1. Jump to 8 and 9. Get 16 and 19.
Genesis 36 and 1. Now,
I'm sorry.
yo, like, that was crazy.
I'm sorry. I mean, could you put that motherfucking shit on when you get in the building? Yo, I'm sorry, Salaki, y'all,
I mean,
but
you can
they,
only imagine what they were doing when you were getting dressed.
Yeah.
Freak this.
Yeah.
Weirdo shit.
There's a event going on up the street here. It's cosplay. Okay, we got all kind of. This dude had gray hair and shit. I mean, yeah. There was some elves and shit. They were like in their 30s or 40s. Yeah. So, all right.
Grown ass kids.
Grown ass. Yeah.
Genesis 36 and 1. Now these are the generation of Esau, who is Edom.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis 36, jumping down to 8.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a list for that. These are the generations, just so you can understand who Esau, where Esau came from. We're talking about the serpent. Okay. We're talking about Cain. All right. Now we go back to Esau being the progenitor of the Edomites. We got Esau, one of his grandchildren. I'm going to jump a couple generations just so you can get an understanding, okay? Esau, Amalek, the Amalekites, okay? Okay, Agag, the Agagite, Haman, okay? And Philip the Macedonian comes from Haman, and Alexander the Great comes from Philip the Macedonian. Okay, so now we're talking about that's the seed line of the wicked, children of the wicked, okay? So you understand that. You got that, bro?
Genesis 36, jumping down to 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Mount Seir, okay, that's the homeland of the Edomites. All right, go ahead.
And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis 36, jumping down to 16.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, Duke, Korah, Duke, Gatam, and Duke, Amalek.
Amalek, the great-grandchild of Esau. Go ahead.
These are the dukes that came of Alphaz. If I'm saying that right. Eliphaz. In the land of Edom, these were the sons of Edom. And these are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, Duke, Nahath, Duke, Zerah, Duke, Shema, Duke, Mizah. These are the dukes that came of rule in the land of Edom.
These are the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. And I just read the list. Goes down to Amalek, Agag, Haman. Okay? These are the seed line of Esau, man. Okay? Where you at right now?
These are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife.
Nah, we're gonna skip that. Go down to 19. Then we're gonna go to just go to 3:19 for me, because I'm gonna get something out of the compact. Yeah.
Genesis 36 and 19. And it reads, these are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes.
All right, we're gonna skip. We don't want to read all those names.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Okay. Now, when you go into the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, it has different things in here as far as you can look up a name, an area, or what have you, and it gives you a little bit more detail. But right now, I'm going to read about Edom. Okay, if you can see that. The nation of Edom. Okay? Salakia. And what the Most High says about him. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to go to the end. All right? Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary under Edom. Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgment. Okay? She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from Yahweh. All right? So you Edomites weren't promised any mercy from the nation of Edom. Uh-oh, that's me. I thought somebody was fucking with my car there for a second. I must have hit that when I bent over. Salakia, y'all, that was me. My bad. So Edom doesn't. I guess that's a sign from the Most High. Yeah, you Edomites are gonna get. That's gonna be the horn blowing, man. When all hell starts, breaking loose out here. Okay. So, like the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary says that Edom wasn't promised any mercy. They're the only nation, man, the only neighbors of the Israelites that wasn't promised any mercy from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? So what's going to take place? Let's get Romans 9, read 1 to 13, and 14 to 20. Yeah, matter of fact, just read the whole way from 1 to 23. Because you people have done a lot of wicked ass things on this earth, man. And you've done it mainly to the children of Israel. Without any mercy. You haven't shown us any mercy, man. Giving us a fucking job, a 9-to-5 job, and then beating our asses down with bills is not mercy. Okay?
Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not.
Mm-hmm.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness.
What's up, man?
No, what's up, Papa?
All right.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
All right.
Romans 9 and 2, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
According to the flesh, the seed line. Go ahead.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises.
That seed line was promised these things, man. Not everybody. Okay? Go ahead.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came.
According to the flesh. That's who Hamashiach Yahushua came for, the Israelites. Go ahead.
Who is over all, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, blessed forever. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Not as though the word of Yahushai have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
They are not all of Israel that are of Israel. We're talking about the elect. Okay, we're talking about the 144,000 and the 1/3, or the 1/3, which includes the 144,000. Okay, because the 2/3, they're Israelites, man, but they're not the elect of Israel. They're going to get put to death on this side. Go ahead.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, who Romans 9:7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, because Abraham also had other children. Then you have Ishmael, okay, the Arabs, okay. Go ahead.
Are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called, because he had Ishmael then Isaac. Okay? So in Isaac, out of his seed, which was Jacob, because I'm sure Isaac had other children, but Jacob carried the seed line that was promised. Right? Okay? These things. Go ahead.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahushua.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Mm-hmm.
For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son.
Mm-hmm.
And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac.
Rebekah had the 2 children. That was, we're going back to Genesis. Okay? Go ahead.
For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
There are 2 nations in thy womb. They haven't done any evil. Go ahead.
That the purpose of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
But of him that calleth. That's Yahweh making a decision. Go ahead.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And it was written, and why is he saying as it is written? Because they're quoting the Old Testament. Okay? And when they're quoting the Old Testament, it comes out of the book of Malachi. Alright? Go ahead, brother.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteous with Yahweh? God forbid.
Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? No, hell no. Go ahead.
For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion.
And who did he choose? The children of Israel. He chose to have compassion upon them. Go ahead.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai that showeth mercy.
That's right. Go ahead.
For the scripture says unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
And that's what he's doing right now. He's raising up men so that you can understand that his name, the name Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, okay, is going to mean something on this earth. When all hell really starts breaking loose out here, you're going to know that these people don't got a goddamn thing to do with what's going on out here. Okay? Go ahead.
Therefore, have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will be hardened. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find faults? For who hath resisted his will? Nay, but see, man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
The thing formed, okay, so the Most High made man, all right? He made one wicked and he made one righteous. Why would the wicked one say to him, how would a pot say to the potter, why did you make me an ashtray?
Right.
Okay? Or why did you make me a toilet or a wash pot? The pot, it's not going to speak to the maker, man. You know, it's going to be what it is. But Esau is, you know, he wants to know why he was made the wicked. Well, you're gonna have to talk to the Most High about that shit, okay? Cause I wouldn't have came out here on my own will, you know. I don't question the Most High why I'm out here, put my life on the line. I just fucking do it. Okay? You got any more on that?
You want me to read down to
23?
2 more.
Go ahead.
Romans 9 and 21. Have not the potter power over the clay?
Mm-hmm.
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
One unto honor and one to dishonor. Go ahead.
What if Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
The vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. Okay? Because the nation of Edom are the vessels of wrath, man. They're his whooping stick. The Most High made the nation of Edom to punish the children of Israel. And they did a real good fucking job. Okay? But now it's time to break that pot, that vessel to shivers, man. Alright? Because your usefulness is played out. It's up. It's done. Okay? Our punishment is the fuck over. Go ahead,
Romans 9:23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
And that's what he's doing right now, man. Okay? He's showing the world that he's going to give us mercy. But you still can't see it. All right? That's why he has his men out here on the street, because he's trying to show mercy to his children by giving them this message. But those that don't take heed, man, they're going to get they're going to get destroyed right along with the rest of these people, man. They'll come back in the kingdom, but they're going to have to get destroyed, man. You don't want them. All right? You guys, is that it? Go ahead to Wisdom of Solomon 15:7.
Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 15:7. For the potter, tempering with soft earth, fashioneth every vessel with much labor for our service. Yea, of the same clay he maketh both the vessel that serve for clean uses, and likewise also all such as serve to the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge.
What's the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge. You see? That's not hard to understand. If he makes two pots, he's going to use one for one thing and another for something else. Okay? That's up to him to choose, man. You see? We do that at home every day. I'm going to use this pot to boil my water in or my noodles in. I'm going to use this one to make my spaghetti sauce. I do that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You see? You got any more on that? Yeah, we got it. 2nd Ezra 6, 6 to 9.
Second Ezra 6:6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
You hear that? You don't even got to explain that. Read that again, huh?
Second Ezra 6:6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone.
They were all made through me alone. Yahweh made all things. Go ahead,
and through none other. by me also they shall be ended.
And they shall be ended. Okay? So he made these people a whooping stick for the correction and the punishment of the children of Israel, and now he's going to end it. Okay? Go ahead.
And by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of thy times?
Mm-hmm. What's going to happen? What is going to be taking place when these things happen? Go ahead, brother.
Or when shall be the end of the first,
Mm-hmm.
and the beginning of it that followeth?
What's going to be the end of the first? What's going to be the end of the nation of Edom? What's going to follow the end of this nation? These people. The whooping stick. Okay? The vessels of destruction, of wrath and destruction. What's going to be after that? Go ahead,
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
mm-hmm.
Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
There goes that holding of the hill again. Like I said, when this hyperinflation takes place, what do you think is going to happen? Okay? The middle class, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that can't afford a fucking 1 pound pack of hamburger that costs fucking $40, $50. What do you think is going to happen? Go ahead,
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau's the end of the world. That vessel fitted for destruction is the end of the world, which is an age. When you look at that word world there, you go back to the Greek, it's eon. Okay? So you gotta look those words up in their natural form, man, how they were written. The Greek, the Hebrew, because there's 3 different worlds and shit. You gotta understand that. Oikomene, cosmos, and eon. But in that context, that word world means age. So the end of this age is going to take place soon. And the age of the children of Israel is going to follow. All right? Go ahead. That was it. Go ahead and grab Sirach 33, read 12 to 15. And this is going to be an age, man, that you think they got some technology now, man. Shit. Wait till you see that. All they're going to see is big-ass chariots flying around over the earth, picking Israelites up, taking them to parties and shit. Okay? And taking... Nah, you ain't getting in our goddamn chariots. We're going to have special chariots for your asses. Okay? Shit.
Ecclesiasticus 33 and 12. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them he sanctified.
That's the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And set near himself, but some of them hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out their places.
The nation of Edom. Those vessels fitted for destruction. Go ahead.
As the clay is the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best.
That's what whatever the Most High wants to do with your ass, that's what he's going to do. Okay? You were formed by Yahweh. Like I said, I don't say if it was up to me, I wouldn't come out here, because you people deserve to fucking die, period. You know? We all deserve some death.
Yep.
Because of the shit that we've done on this earth, but he's going to show us mercy, man. You know? And like I said, man, if it was in my mind to come out here to do this and not Yahweh's, I wouldn't have come out here. Right. But for some reason, he's got me out here doing this. So I'm not going to fight against that. You out your goddamn mind. You going to go on that?
Yep. Ecclesiasticus 33 and 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
Mm-hmm.
So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another.
Isaiah 25 and 7.
Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
That's in this mountain. What's happening in America right now? Okay, the prophets are out here disclosing all of America's secrets. Okay, prophesying, telling you people what's going to happen before it even happens. You see? Go ahead.
And the veil that is spread over all nations.
The lies, man, that these people have put in their history books. Okay? The lies that these people have used to destroy this whole goddamn earth. Okay? And to weaken the nation. Okay? That's being uncovered, man. These people's skirts have been pulled up. You think it's a woman dressed under there, man, and shit, you surprised. You pull that dress up, man, surprise, got you. That's what's happening to America right now, the nation of Edom as a whole. Okay? Being found out. Go ahead, brother. Oh, was that it? Go ahead to Isaiah 44 and 5.
Isaiah 44 and 5. One shall say, I am Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob.
Mm-hmm. That's the those people over the big hat, or the little hat, big nose people, calling themselves by the name of Jacob. Okay? Bunch of fucking liars, and now we all know that. Go ahead.
And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
Yep, Jewish, Israeli. All right, bunch of goddamn liars. Go ahead. That was it. Go to Isaiah 63 and 1. Okay, and going back to what the brother just read, Genesis 4 and 12, he shall be a fugitive and a vagabond. You see? That's what we're talking about, man. These people over in our land calling themselves by our name are trying to. Okay? That's being a fugitive, man, and a vagabond. You know, you run to other people's nations and call yourselves by that name. You know, Alexander the Great, he wasn't a Greek. He was a Macedonian. But when they took the Greeks down, what did they call themselves? And the Greeks were Japheth.
That's right.
You can find them in Hawaii,
Yep.
okay, Samoa Islands. All right, that's what the original Greeks look like. Okay, that's what Zeus and all them gods that they were following looked like until the so-called white man put their faces on them. Because that's what they do. They go into other people's lands, knock their noses off the statues, okay, and put their damn pictures up. And that's in the book of Ecclesiastes and the Wisdom of Solomon. Okay?
They want to be everybody but Esau.
They don't want to be themselves because they're fugitives.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
A fugitive is going to change his identification constantly. You know, to continue fucking hiding.
Goddamn devil.
You see?
You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Like, even when they're in the movies.
Yeah.
They want to be everybody except for Edom.
Right.
You know?
You know? You're in the middle of Egypt, you everybody, except for the motherfucker standing at the door with the spear. That motherfucker's a big ass bald-headed black dude. You don't want to be him. Why not? What the fuck's the problem? You know, you want to be everybody else? Shit. Go ahead. You got any more?
Isaiah
63 and 1. I'm sorry.
Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Mm-hmm.
This that is glorious in his apparel.
This is Yahushua coming to Edom to destroy it. Go ahead.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Mm-hmm.
I that speak in righteousness, might to save. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Mm-hmm. That he had on a garment that was dyed and speckled with dots of red. Why? Because this is him, like he was in a wine vat or wine press, stopping wines. He's actually coming to kill a lot of fucking people. Go ahead.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I would tread them in my anger.
Tread them in my anger. No, he's coming back to get butterflies and puppies. Right. Go ahead.
And trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. He's coming back to kill a lot of goddamn people, man. Go ahead.
And I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart.
Now, why does he want vengeance? First off, he wants vengeance for what they did to him.
That's right.
Okay? Even if the two that pierced him is going to see him. It says that in the scripture.
Woo!
Those that pierced me. Okay?
Showing you.
Go ahead,
just
brother.
to add on, showing you reincarnation.
You
exists.
damn right.
That's it.
Because them two men are going to have to be on this earth, man, in order to see him. Because he's going to put it in their mind and remember that they did that shit.
That's right.
Okay? Just like we're going to know what the nation of Edom has done throughout history. How many of us were murdered over and over by these fuckers? Okay? How we were murdered and shit. Probably who they are. You see? So we're going to get on. That's why we're going to be so goddamn angry, man. Because the Most High is going to put all these things in our memory, man. Okay? Go ahead,
Isaiah 63:4, for the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
The year of the children of Israel, the elect, man. The redemption of the elect is come, man. Go ahead. Nah, matter of fact, we got the point. Go to Malachi 4:1.
Malachi 4:1, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn.
Shit, you're off, bro.
Beautiful catch.
Yeah. Yeah, nigga just went off because I was peeping out. No, we're not a part of cosplay. Sorry, y'all.
Malachi 4:1, and it reads, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
The day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Why? Because there's going to be thermonuclear exchange between the United States and Russia and all these other countries. Go ahead.
And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts.
The day that cometh shall burn them up. Okay? These people have no clue what's coming to this place, man. All right? This famine that's getting ready to kick off, you know? Go ahead.
Man, Dabu just did a video I listened to this morning.
Oh, yeah?
That cyber attack is
Yeah.
that hand.
I'm going to keep that, John. Go ahead.
They cut off all the lights and banks go to zero.
Yeah.
Woo!
I already told you, bro. I already told you, man. These people ain't ready, yo.
Oh, man, because everybody's going to squad up.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what's going to happen.
Everybody's going to squad up to feed their families. Like the time of Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Remember how they was forming
posses
and shit?
Yep.
And going city.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's going to be going to hood, street to street.
Yeah.
And that's when...
Block to block.
Oh, my
God.
God.
It's going to be off the meat rack out here, man.
So what do you think is going to be happening? They're going to be raping, robbing, and man, it's going to be a time of no other.
That's it. That's scripture,
and like the brother, the elder Malcolm was saying, these women can only stay wet for so long.
That's right.
You know, forgive me for my evil, but
that's how foul that we have to be, so that you can get an understanding. If you don't get your shit together, I'm telling you right now, man, it's going to be absolutely brutal. Period. You know? Shit.
Getting ran up in by 4 or 5 niggas, you shit's all dry and it's scraped.
Sandpaper.
Woo! Yep. That's it. That's it.
Get the Vaseline.
Yep.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Yo, we don't like talking like that, but we have to. Because you goddamn people don't have a clue, man. You know, they don't have a clue, brother. You know, it's a horrible thing, man, that these people are going to have to go through. But it's just that's how it is. That's the punishment that the Most High is going to put out here for you people that don't want to get right. You know, I'm gonna go check that video out too.
Reading on. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
That's right.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
You see?
Woo-hoo. Oh my Lord.
See, that's why we have to continue in this faith, man. We brought that up in our midweek camp. We must continue in this faith. You know, we cannot lean to another side, man. One way or another, we got to stay on that straight path. Okay, and I'm talking straight straight, man. Difficult. This is a very difficult walk that we're on, man. But we have to stay on it. Go ahead, brother.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Mm-hmm. Psalm 16, read 9 to 13. You know, we understand everything that's going on, and like you know, the brother just got done talking about, man. It's squad up. People are going to be squatting up. I was just talking to my son-in-law. Me and my wife had to run up to Harrisburg, PA, yesterday, and I talked to him. He's not in the truth. You know, he knows about the Bible because his upbringing and everything. You know, I talked to him about things here and there. And he was, pretty much asking me, what do you think we should do? And I was just telling him, hey, brother, it's going to be difficult out here, man. But they got our grandchildren up here. Me and my wife's grandkids up that joint. So basically, we was like, man, if you have to, bring your ass down to the house, because that's how bad it's going to be out here, man. And I'm not talking about. And I told him, I said, yesterday he was talking about hunting, and he said something about he wanted to go hunt some wild boar, and I said, well, I can't kill what I can't eat. You see? So I can't go hunt a boar and then not eat it. You understand? That's not what we do. But that's the kind of stuff that I talk to them about, and they respect the hell out of me for it because we ain't walking. When I come on this camera, I'm not different when I'm at fucking home.
That's right.
With family members. Okay? I can't be. Because they're gonna look at me funny and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't playing that. You got more on that up?
Psalms.
Oh yeah, Psalm 16, 9 to 13. Salaki.
Just real quick.
Go ahead, brother. Good.
Look at that real quick. Psalms 19, 11.
16 to 11. I think we've had that before. Psalm 16, 9. All right, just read to 11. That's good. I don't know why I got 13 in there.
Psalm 16 and 9. Therefore my heart is glad and my glory rejoice. My flesh also shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell.
Thou will not leave my soul in hell. Now, he's not going to leave us here when this thing starts taking place. Okay? When all hell starts breaking loose out here. That's the agent right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
He looks like something.
Yeah, he's something. That's all right, though.
That's the spirit. Because I thought the same shit.
Yeah. Because he came by the first time.
Right.
Man, we know what Esau's up to, man. Listen, we don't give a fuck. As long as they don't come back behind this line trying to put their hands on somebody, we don't give a fuck what y'all say, what y'all do. Because we're going to defend our fucking stuff.
You better believe it.
Fuck that.
The thing is, like, we don't want that.
We don't want it.
We don't want no beat, no smoke. We
No
don't want
smoke
no
at
smoke.
all.
Don't put your fucking hands on that.
We're waiting on the Lord to do his thing.
Yep.
When all hell breaks loose out here, if you want to come knock on the door, kick the door down, take us. Go do what the fuck you got to do. You know? But when we out here teaching, if a FBI, CIA, or whoever the fuck they want to send out here comes behind these cameras like they're going to put their fucking hands on us, we might have to take that charge, man. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead,
Psalm 16:10. For thou wilt, man.
Yeah, you see, but that's the spirit though that we in, man. We gotta be like that, you know.
Have that spiritual discernment too. Like I thought the same exact shit when he came back. I was like,
oh, this nigga right here, like clean, got the thing in his ear, you know. It's all good.
Psalm 16:10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore.
And that's what's getting ready to take place, man. The right hand of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, Yahweh Shai being the right hand. Okay, it's going to take us up out of here, man. All right? And being joint heirs with him, man, we're going to see those pleasures, man. You know? We're going to drink that wine. That peace. You see? We ain't gonna have to worry about agents walking by the camp, you know what I mean, trying to listen to what we're talking about. They can watch our fucking videos, they know what we're talking about. You know? If they want to come up here and have a conversation, we can talk to them then. We don't have a problem with that. We don't care who comes up here and ask questions. Or just try to be an asshole. You know? Because we either gonna continue reading the scriptures and talk over you, you know, or we're gonna put a curse on your ass. You got any more than that? Isaiah 10, 20 to 22. You know, we're gonna have to account for our actions in front of these people anyway at some point. You know, because they're gonna snatch some of us up. We're gonna have to talk to these people about what we were out here teaching. You know, we don't advocate violence. You know what I mean? But you gotta understand that we're fucking men. We're not gonna let nobody put their hands on us. Okay? I don't know if you've seen the video, but them brothers over there, I forget where they at. You know, you can't let nobody run up on a brother in your fucking camp, man. You know? But you won't get disorderly conduct charges if you're defending yourself. You just won't. Okay? They'll try, but we got video, man. There's plenty of cameras out this motherfucker checking us out anyway and listening. So we ain't advocating violence, but don't come up here and try us. That's right.
And that was man. I felt so bad for that brother, man.
Yeah, I was like, yo, why? And then he picked the shortest one.
Yeah, right.
You know, why didn't you pick the real tall dude? That shows that he was a fucking pussy. Mm-hmm. You know, pick the smallest fucking dude out of the whole crowd and shit, and push him. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a fucking coward, man.
They just. All of them, but they just wasn't on their guard.
Yeah, hell no.
I mean, I'm not talking bad about the brothers.
Hell no.
But like the brother kept going to his camera while the man screaming at him.
Right.
Like whatever.
They should have tightened the fuck up.
Yeah.
If they would have tightened up and one person, yo, hold up now. Nah, hold up, motherfucker. You know what I mean? We ain't talking to you about nothing. Just read. You know, that's how you gotta be. Yep. Tighten the fuck up. Read the scriptures. Don't even argue with this nigga.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Shit. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
And this shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob,
such that are escaped. That means get out of this hell that's coming to this place. So go ahead.
Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
You see, we're not going to be under this damn devil's hand or thumb no more, okay? Because the right hand of the Most High is going to come get us out of here. Go ahead.
But shall stay upon Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, the Holy One of the Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, Yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness.
The remnant shall return, man. So like I said, man, 2/3 are going to be left here, and 1/3 is going to be taken up out of here. That includes the 144,000. That's the remnant. That's going to be saved out of the hell that's coming. Select. Okay? The race wars, the food fucking wars, people going to be fighting for food. Okay? People are going to be fighting for all kind of resources, man. Shit, even people. They're going to be coming to steal people, man. Steal your children, your wives, shit, your husbands. Because there's going to be some fucking freaks out here, too, running around. Okay? So the elect got to be taken up out of this thing, man. Go ahead, brother. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. Man, yeah. Unless you got something else you want to bring in.
Wisdom of Solomon. Start at the top.
Yes, sir.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
The righteous man is standing in great boldness right now. Okay? We're out here reading the scriptures, you know, trying to wake up the children of Israel because we want to live in a righteous kingdom, man. We're tired of living in this wicked ass place. Go ahead.
Before the face of such as had afflicted him.
In front of who? The nation of Edom. Okay? That's been afflicting the children of Israel. Okay? Through his wicked philosophy, his wicked ass laws. Okay? His wicked ass holidays. Okay? Keeping us in darkness, man. Total goddamn darkness, man. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labors.
Mm-hmm.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
When they see us stand upon our feet, according to the book of Revelation, after 3.5 days, the 350 years, stand upon their feet, great fear fell upon them. And these people are horrified. That's why they're making all the moves that they're making. Okay? I mean, they are shook, man.
They scrambling like that. They are scrambling.
You know? And being sloppy as hell about it. You know? Trying to accuse us, trying to make us look like the bad guys, sending motherfuckers in the clubs, pulling out guns on people like Mike Tyson, then talking about Shalom.
Right. Even the judge.
Yeah.
You see the judge doing too?
Nah.
He was a black judge talking about Israelite camps and
Oh,
shit.
yeah. Calling us African people Israelites now. You know?
And that was just so stupid the way my man goes up. Shalom.
Shalom.
That was so secret, man.
Damn.
And what they're doing, they're writing it all on paper.
Yeah.
So when they come,
Yep.
you know.
But that's why they're the devil. Because devil means diablos means slanderer. You know? Or accuser, man. You know, and he's slandering and accusing his brother right now of doing things, but he's setting it up. And just making it look like something that happened. When he's the one behind it all the fucking time. You know? The whole time, the nation of Edom is behind all the fucking dirt that goes on, and then they throw the rock.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Yep.
You know?
Yep. I did.
Yeah. They standing next to you throwing rocks, and then they put their hands in their pockets when the man comes outside. Who broke my window? And they look right at your ass. You know? That's what they do, man. You see? Go ahead, huh?
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Amazed at the strangeness of our salvation. Why are they going to be amazed? Because them chariots are going to be snatching people up off of this earth when a nuclear missile will come. Okay? Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they look for. And they, repentant and groaning,
Yeah, bro.
So that's right.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon. Oh man. Wisdom of Solomon, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear,
Yep.
and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation,
That's right.
so far beyond all that they look for.
Mhm.
I think that was it. You want me to go on? Still
You got
reading on
anything
to it?
else? Yeah, if you see something, go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna just read down to 5.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. And they repentant and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he, whom he has sometimes in derision.
Yeah, the nation of Edom is starting to look at us and saying, and all the other nations, oh my God, these people are really the Israelites. They're not really saying shit right now, but they're starting to feel it in their spirit, man. That these people, oh my God, you mean to tell me
They are this.
they are the Israelites? Oh my God, what have we done?
The black, the lowest of the lowest
You mean
people.
these people? Yeah.
Right.
You know, go ahead.
The bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
You know.
Dang.
And a proverb of reproach.
Yep.
We fools account his life madness and his ends to be without honor.
We fools. The other nations call themselves fools, man. You know, saying that our lives were madness. Okay? They still are madness to this day, and they can see it. Go ahead, brothers.
How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai?
How are these people the children of the Most High?
Woo!
How are they the children of God?
Yep.
How are they Yasharab? Look at them. Go ahead, brother.
And his lot is among the saints.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us.
Yes, that light of righteousness is not shining upon the children of Edom. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
And the Son of Righteousness rose up, and the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
That's good.
We weary ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, we have not known it.
That's right. The ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai have not been known by the children of Edom. Everything that they've done through their laws, okay, their customs is contrary to the scriptures. All right? Everything that they've done is contrary to the scriptures. Okay? Every law that they write in their books is contrary to the scriptures. Even though they've had it in their possession, okay, they have not known righteousness. They've only done wickedness, man. Why? Because they are the vessels, okay, fitted for destruction. They're the vessel of unrighteousness, man. That the brother read about in Romans the 9th chapter. Okay? One vessel unto honor and one vessel unto dishonor. Okay? The wicked seed, man. The wicked seed that had a job to do. Okay? You see?
They're the physical counterpart of Satan.
You damn right they are.
They thrive off of sin.
Yep.
That's their power.
Yep.
On the left hand side.
Yep.
The Lord, you know, yes, he's the potter. He's the potter.
Mm.
Okay, but in Proverbs it talks about how he's not a false balance.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
There has to be a balance.
Yeah.
You won't know what's if you didn't have hot, you wouldn't even know what's cold.
That's
If I'm
right.
saying that right.
It's
You know
basically it's the false balance is an abomination to Yahweh.
That's it. That's it right there. But you
You know?
won't know one, you know, the other if you didn't know of one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be both. So you have to know good, you know what I'm saying, to know evil. I'm not even
And
saying
you have
that right.
to, yeah, you are, you got it.
You know what I'm saying?
And you have to also know evil to understand how to be good, how to rule righteously. You see?
Yep.
So you was right, shit. You know? But that's why the Most High set it up that way. Okay? Because after we started going off, he said, okay, now I gotta make a false balance I mean, I have a false balance right now because I have all righteousness. So now I need to balance this out so that my people can understand
Con.
wickedness
Yep.
and do wickedness.
And it was
So
all his
that,
plan.
yeah,
It was all his plan for us to go off,
yep,
okay, and to go through the bullshit,
yeah, exactly,
to know what sin is.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But now,
See,
when we go back into our natural spot,
we'll
shit,
understand how to rule in righteousness, man.
and that's all it's going to be, straight righteousness.
That is it.
You know, we won't be changed.
That's right. Because we'll already understand wickedness.
Yep.
You see? So we don't have to learn it anymore.
It's going to be written in our hearts.
You're damn right.
We'll never go up again.
That's right. You got anything else?
That's it.
Well, with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar Kadash.
again, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do well. Shalom to the Aqua and that speckled bird that is listening and learning. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.